You're listening to the LouddMouth Radio Network.
What's good, everybody? Happy Monday. We are in May. Can you believe it? I can't, because if you were in my space right now, it looks like a fall going on winter day. It's chilly, cloudy. There's not a lot of celebratory moments of outlook here right now for Cinco de Mayo, which is technically a holiday that's recognized today, especially in California. And man, it just does not look like people are going to descend upon the outside much today. So you got to have some sunshine within, you know what I mean? So happy Monday, guys. It's May 5th, 2025. It is literally 5 months and 5 days from my birthday this year. I can't even believe it. The time is moving fast. And it's a wonderful time to be alive. If you're here listening to this podcast, wherever you may be in the world, I'm so glad that you're here to hear it, right? I'm so glad that you're locked in and you have an opportunity to take a little bit of time out your day to hear what I got to say. So I want to kind of tap into some things, and we're going to talk about raising the bar and what that significance can mean for you and for the world, right? Because when we raise the bar for ourselves, there's something that happens and develops around us. There's this synergy of just elevation. And when you're in that space of concentration and you're really driven to establish that type of marker for yourself, it does nothing more but aid to the good of the world. It gives a level of light that only you can transcend. So it's equally important that we're investing in ourselves, and whatever that looks like is determined by how you allow that multitude to take place. So I think that it's something incredible to be able to say that you have the aptitude to raise the bar, that you have something that ignites you enough to feel like you want to rise up to the occasion and you want to excel and elevate. And that's what life is about, man. We have to find ways to keep ourselves motivated. We know that there's enough to cloud our lives, so we got to bring as much light as we possibly can into our pathways. And the more that we're translucent in that way, the more we're reverberating that type of energy, I believe it comes back to you in a collective way. And you never know what you may be doing is encouraging someone else. So it's one of those things that you take strength in knowing that you can and will raise the bar. Y'all know what time it is. It's Monday, and it's time for Sonny's Money Motivation. Let's go. Welcome to LouddMouth Radio Network. My name is Sonny. As a former professional athlete turned entrepreneur realtor and the producer of LouddMouth Radio Network, I look forward to bringing content to you that empowers, inspires, and entertains you. Tune in each week as we have unscripted and unfiltered talks from entrepreneurship, real estate, politics, entertainment, comedy, LGBTQ topics, day-to-day life, and everything in between. All shows available on demand 24/7 on your favorite podcast platforms. This episode is proudly sponsored by J&H Automotive Repair, family owned and operated since 2009, proudly serving San Jacinto and Temecula Valley areas, specializing in your full car care, brakes, tires, AC service, alignments, transmission, diagnostics, exhaust mufflers, accepting most extended warranties, located at 611 West Florida Avenue in Suite A in Hemet, California. You can find them online at jnhautomotiverepair.com or make a call at 951-766-5999. Open Monday through Friday and by appointment on Saturday. Memorial Funeral Services, 1111 South State Street in Hemet, proudly providing cremations, burials, and funeral planning services. You can find them online at memorialfuneralservices.com. Are you looking for some amazing teas? Connect to Key of Life Tea Company on Facebook. You can actually put in an order, find some specialized teas. Key of Life Tea Company, located right there on Facebook in the Southern California area. Looking for a great time and need a DJ? DJ D. Garcia, proudly serving San Jacinto and Temecula Valley areas. Contact him directly at 951-285-1170. Ideal Print and Copy, providing you with all of your best needs for printing, anything that you may have in conjunction to your business. You want to connect to them at 28860 Old Town Front Street in Temecula. And you can find them online at idealprintandcopy.com, right in the heart of Old Town Temecula. Open Monday through Friday. Big Daddy's Barbecue at San Jacinto, located at 1020 North State Street in San Jacinto, has the best barbecue options you can imagine around town. Pull up on them at any given time. They're open every day of the week. And if you don't know, you might want to get your house serviced because the spring is blooming, and that means that all of the residue and all of the pollen and things are in the air, and your solar panels need cleaning. So why don't you contact PJ Solar at 760-590-8516 for a quote, or you can go directly online at pjsolar.co, and they provide solar panel maintenance and installation and protection, roof cleaning, and bird proofing. These are experts of Southern California, proudly serving California, Nevada, and Arizona. And if you have any questions in regards to any of our promotional partners, definitely connect to us at LouddMouthRadio.com or directly connect to those sponsors, and they will proudly take care of your business and let them know that LouddMouth Radio sent you.
Here at IQ Facility Management Services, we provide commercial and residential cleaning service. We service single-family homes, multi-family homes, schools, office buildings, churches, interior and exterior areas. We give attention to detail in window cleaning, carpet, tile, flooring, or VCT flooring. We proudly service the Southern California greater area of LA and Orange County, Inland Empire, and Northern California. Contact us at 562-334-2448 for your cleaning service needs.
Coming off a 6-day comedy festival run, Sonny's LouddMouth Comedy Presents is back with another amazing lineup to kick off Mother's Day weekend. Friday, May 9, 2025, meet us at Temecula's hottest new venue, Evolution Brew Works Pub, located at 45440 Pachanka Parkway behind Pachanka Casino. Featured comedians of the night, David Alvarez and Mr. Punchline himself, Scott Wood. Hosted by Kevin Davis, the Marina Comedy. Produced by Sonny, the LouddMouth of Comedy. $25 advance tickets, 2 for $45. Get your advance tickets today at LouddMouthComedy.com. Man, today I've had a early start, and I've been consistently behind a keyboard for hours, and I'm taking this break. It's the middle of the afternoon. It is Monday, but today I just kind of rearranged my day to be, just a little bit different. Sometimes you got to do that. And I think that the biggest thing is that I knew that today I had to get some things done. I got quite a few things that's on my plate, and more good things are coming. And because of that, you gotta figure it out. I know many of us are doing that on a day-to-day basis, right? We're juggling a lot. Families, our personal lives, our personal desires, our thoughts. Just in the mind space. You know how much stuff is going on in your mind. So to be able to pattern a way in which you can, designate time periods to think about things, man. People don't even think about how important that is. I do, because I believe that, I know for me personally, my mind is running not a mile a minute. I'm not going to say that because it probably is even more than that. But I do want to make sure I'm converging in the talking points of saying things that I want for myself. So it's not for me to always feel like I don't have time to do things, or I don't have the essence or ability. That's not the key. The key is selective. I think at my tender age, I'm getting to a point of being a lot more selective than I've ever been. And selective with my time, what I give my attention to, the company I'm keeping, the conversations I'm having, the things that I'm digesting and allowing my my 5 senses to take in. And it's a critical time period for me to elevate the essence of myself. And so you'll be surprised how much you can consume in all your 5 senses in a given day and not really recognize the effects that it may play on you. But I guarantee you, if you turn on the news and you let it play in the background all day long, it may make you start to sense a feeling of something's always happening. Things are always this. I'm hearing about this and this and this and this, and then it starts drawing your attention to it. Then it it makes you recognize just to the level of how much activity may be going on around you. It may not have anything at all to do with you. But, we're not made to just be isolated. So naturally, we do hear and see things that are going on in the world, depending on how you tap in. A lot of us, unfortunately, are living, surviving, and thriving off of what is being said on social media. And in that space, it could be a good, bad, or indifferent space, because there are some things that are true to the fact, and then there are things that are inflated. There are things that are outright clickbait, right? And so what ends up happening is we're digesting a lot. And so you sometimes have to find yourself purging and find ways to purge. And as you're purging, I think it makes something different transcend beyond how you're feeling about what you're doing. And because of that, you find yourself working on other things. And you can't allow yourself to be consumed. And I think that it's crazy that so many of us are encountering situations on a day-to-day basis that leaves us empty and feeling like we're compelled to act on certain things. And that's not always what you want to do. Sometimes you just want to be present. Sometimes you just want to do the things that is making sense for you and does not allow you to be shifted or distracted. And that conscious decision also plays out on the way that you move in concordance to your own objectives. And a lot of times it may require you to move a higher level to where you have to maybe sleep less and work more. You have to meditate more and maybe social media less. It may require you to do more networking and less social activities. So only you know what that ebb and flow looks like. But I think it's healthy to mix it up. And then that way you're not stagnating and becoming this redundant individual that just continues to keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. Right. So one of the aspects that I've learned to do in that sense too is to not allow myself to corner my own movements. Right. And it's easy to do things. How many of you all drive home the same way every day? For those of you who are leaving the house and going to work, like, do you take the same exact street, the same exact exit, the same lights, hit the same curves each and every time? Now, unless something interrupts like traffic, it may cause you to detour, right? And in that detouring, you might see something you ain't never seen before. You might recognize a neighborhood that you've gone through, but then there's something different in it, right? You may even avoid other things that could affect you by collisions and, additional traffic, making you sit in traffic longer. Just all these different things. Maybe you could take a phone call and have a conversation that you needed to have while you were in your car and could talk, and it allows you to delegate a more output of things in the conjunction of it. Maybe you get to listen to some more podcasts because during the day you're so busy you don't get to be able to tap into those things. There's so many elements, and how you look at it, I think, also gives a really good analogy of how you objectify the world, right? If you're one of those people that sees everything wrong with everything and everybody, but you can't see wrong and dysfunction in yourself, it's a very limited way of being, and you're not even aware of it. And this is the thing. I think self-awareness is a big part of you being able to even say you're going to raise the bar. Because if you don't have self-awareness, you're not even able to measure where you are in your life. You're not able to measure whether you're succeeding, exceeding, or if you're just there, right? How many of us got so many talents and they go unutilized? How many dreams have you had that have gone without test, without launch? It just does not serve us to hold in or withhold ourselves from the greater part of ourselves, man. It's not worth it. It's not even intended, Your purpose and existence here was never intended for you to keep everything to yourself. That's just not what it is, right? I'm not saying that you should share any and everything, but I do feel like there's parts of us that was made to share with the world. There's other parts of us that was made to keep for our personal selves. And in this world today in social media, a lot of people don't even understand those levels of desegregation of that part of ourselves. We're too busy giving everything to everybody. There's not even a personal life pattern in some of the aspects of how people are moving these days. They're just putting everything out with hopes that it will bring them value in form of currency or some type of clout or some type of relevancy. What we need to do is dig a little deeper. What is it on our surface that we're feeling like we're lacking so much that we have to overextend ourselves in every bit of everything? Why do we have to let the whole world in on every part of it? So I think that you can make a decision on what is important and what is okay. But I do think that you still should keep some things for yourself in the kitty corner. You know what I'm saying? You should still hold some things close enough. And then when it's time, you can share it, right? How many people that we have thought about or seen in TV and movies or in the public realm, and they were kind of a mystery to us. There's certain things that we didn't know about them. And they may share something that was maybe 10, 15, 20, 30 years before, but we're just hearing about it. Well, because at the time when they were dealing with it, it wasn't for you to know, right? But what they did do was they made a decision to take something that was evidently important enough for them to continue to keep going and keep raising the bar till they executed it. So if they have become somebody in the public that we have seen or come to know, that means that they did something that elevated them enough to get to the point of public accessibility, right? Social media has leveled that playing field tremendously now. I'm not going to deny that. So the average person can be somebody who's exposed as an average person. And it can give them relevance because they have exhibited some type of something to the public domain that has now drawn attention to them. And in most times it was intentional, right? I think that beyond the scope of influencer, I'm going to use that as a description. Beyond the focus of exploitation of yourself, I'm challenging you to tap into more of the talent, creative aspects of yourself. And you don't necessarily have to be a creative, meaning that you're in the arts, entertainment, things of that nature. The creative process, I mean the spirit within you. We're all creators. We all create the way our lives unfold. But what is it of your creation? What is it that you have that's embodying you that can be developed more? What is it that you have not yet to do that can be touched or tapped and exploited, right? And that exploitation comes in the form of work. It comes in the form of concentration. It comes in the form of dedication. It comes in the form of, I'm going to take this and make it and shape it to something that is of value to me. And because it's of value to me, it may also contribute to the greater world, right? That's how incredible this thing is, that the more we tap into our abilities, the more we are succeeding in a bigger scope of life than we even realize. Because a lot of times people are measuring the level of success based on their financial showing, their stature, their physical things that they own, and that is translucent. That's just some lucid thinking. It is not the reality of what it really is and really what it means to be of the human race. Really, y'all, it's not. I think that we are just at this point, man, that people are exhausted with a lot of some of the things that just have not been for the betterment of man. It's just been a lot of things that just have been such a smokescreen, right? Politically, we've had the opportunity to see at face value how things can shift quickly, right? We've gone into a new administration. We're only in the 5th month of the year. We're 3 months into the new presidency. and already our whole entire infrastructure looks different. Not just us, a global effect of markets, departments, societies. So can you see, even in a way in which you raise the bar in a negative route, that it could also dismantle, it could destroy, it can disintegrate, it can segregate, right? All of these things, man, our intentions, how we flow our intentions and how we put them out and how we share them amongst our people of all races and creeds gives example of how we're moving. Now more than ever, I think that it's important that we are buckling down on being our best selves, because one, time is not guaranteed for anybody. There's not an age requirement on expiration of our lives. We might buy bread, and even bread, it's got a shelf life. And after that shelf life, it's telling you to best use it by this point. And then what's going to happen, just watch, take some bread and leave it on your counter for 3 or 4 weeks and just watch the transformation of it. And that's happening fast speed. But that's also how our lives, we come in here in form and then we leave here in a different form, right? Whether we cremate or bury. So while we're here on the top part of the earth, how are we making what we're doing matter? And that's all I'm saying. I just want to give you some nuggets of thought of how important it is for you to succeed at you. Not at certain things, at you. Because your success in you will better consume the world in a way in which only you can fulfill. So, man, I don't know what you need to do, but get your journals, get your to-do book list, your phones, whatever you do to make your notes about the next things for yourself, and work and tick them off as you're getting down the line, man. But make it count. That's all I'm saying. Raise the bar, execute it, and let the world see your magic, man. That's what it's about. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this week's segment, and I look forward to hollering at y'all next week. All right, y'all. Peace.
Hi, I'm Hector Calvillo of J&H Automotive, located at 611 West Florida Avenue in Hemet, California. We are a full-service automotive repair shop where you can always expect to receive the highest quality repairs, fairest pricing, best customer service in the industry. My brother George and I grew up watching our dad work on classic cars as a backyard mechanic. His hard work ethic and dedication led us to opening up J&H Automotive in 2009. We started out with a 500 square foot repair shop, and we have consistently grown over the past 15 years to our new 10,000 square foot repair facility in the heart of Hemet. We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Call 951-766-5999 to set an appointment for all your automotive service needs.
Portals Entertainment Center is a new 13,000 square foot entertainment experience now open in Temecula. Portals creates a space where your imagination can be set free. Step into an immersive entertainment center that will take visitors into one of our many attractions, which include 2 9-hole indoor mini golf courses, an immersive laser tag arena, a designated arcade space, a food service component, party and event spaces, and a hidden 21 and over lounge. Portals aims to give each visitor a unique experience, taking them to unknown worlds and experiencing an entertainment center like no other. Open 7 days a week, located at 26469 Inez Road in Temecula, California, in between At Home and Temecula Theaters. Come check us out and step into adventure.
Hello, my name is Takasha Smith. I'm the owner of Takasha's Kitchen, based out of Menifee, in the Southern California area. As a chef and caterer, I provide private cooking classes, couples dinners, and private parties. As a female pitmaster, I am able to create a personalized experience for your family reunion gatherings. I create menus based on my clients' needs to have a more personal vibe. You can find Takasha's Kitchen on all social media networks such as Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and my YouTube channel at Takasha's Kitchen. And that's spelled TACASHAS Kitchen, KITCHEN.
You're listening to the LouddMouth Radio Network.
Coming off a 6-day comedy festival run, Sonny's LouddMouth Comedy Presents is back with another amazing lineup to kick off Mother's Day weekend. Friday, May 9th, 2025, meet us at Temecula's hottest new venue, Evolution Brew Works Pub, located at 45440 Pachanka Parkway behind Pachanka Casino. Featured comedians of the night, David Alvarez and Mr. Punchline himself, Scott Wood. Hosted by Kevin Davis, the Marina Comedy. Produced by Sonny, the LouddMouth of Comedy. $25 advance tickets, 2 for $45. Get your advance tickets today at LouddMouthComedy.com.
You're listening to the LouddMouth Radio Network.
Performing comedy is like creating magic. To hear the room explode with laughter is priceless. And to produce comedy is like having a glass of Stella Rosa, the ability to have others wind down with laughter. With LouddMouth Comedy, it isn't just about me, Sonny. It's also the many hardworking comedians that are dedicated to writing and performing night after night, stage after stage, displaying their talents to the world, and we all do it for the love of comedy. Sometimes you have to remember to relax and savor the moment one sip at a time. Cheers. Here's to 13 years of LouddMouth Comedy.